Welcome back to the channel. Have you ever felt like you're drowning in responsibilities, expectations, and pressures to be perfect? What if I told you that the secret to a better life isn't about doing more, but about doing less and caring about fewer things? Today, we're diving into The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson, a book that challenges everything you think you know about happiness, success, and what really matters. It's all about cutting through the noise, letting go of the things that don't serve you, and focusing on what truly brings value to your life. Before we get into it, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss more straight talk advice that can help you level up and focus on what matters most. Now, let's jump into these life-changing takeaways that will help you stop stressing and start living the way you've always wanted. Takeaway number 1, choose what to care about. In life, we only have so much energy and attention, so it's crucial to be selective about what we give a fuck about. You can't care about everything, and trying to do so only leads to stress and burnout. Instead, you need to focus on what really matters to you and let go of the rest. Once you understand what you truly value, it becomes easier to set boundaries and focus on what brings you the most fulfillment. Real life example A, Tim Ferriss, author of The 4-Hour Workweek, practices selective ignorance. He intentionally ignores things that don't align with his goals, which allows him to focus on the few things that truly make an impact. Real life example B, Warren Buffett famously says that the key to success is focusing on just a few things. He turns down countless opportunities to stay focused on his core investments and priorities. To put this into action, take a step back and assess where you're spending your time and energy. What areas of your life are taking up space but not bringing value? Start saying no to things that don't align with your values and focus on the areas that truly matter to you. Takeaway number 2, embrace responsibility, not blame. Taking responsibility for your life and actions is empowering. Blaming others or external circumstances only gives away your power. Instead, own your decisions even when things don't go as planned. By accepting responsibility, you take control of your life and empower yourself to make better choices moving forward. Real life example A, Oprah Winfrey faced many challenges throughout her life, including being fired from her first TV job. But instead of blaming others, she took responsibility for her career and turned her challenges into opportunities. Real life example B, J.K. Rowling faced rejection after rejection before Harry Potter was published, but she took full responsibility for her future and didn't let external factors stop her from continuing to write and pursue her dreams. To put this into action, start by reflecting on the challenges you face and identify how you can take responsibility for them. Instead of blaming others for setbacks, focus on what you can do to move forward. Ask yourself, how can I learn from this, and what actions can I take to improve the situation? Taking ownership will put you back in control. Takeaway number 3, the cost of saying yes. Every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. Saying yes to every opportunity or request can quickly overwhelm you and take your focus away from what matters most. Learning to say no is a skill that helps you prioritize your time and energy on the things that truly align with your goals and values. Real life example A, Steve Jobs was known for his laser focus. He would say no to almost everything that didn't directly contribute to Apple's success. This focus helped him create some of the most innovative products in history. Real life example B, Mark Zuckerberg's success with Facebook came from his ability to say no to distractions. Instead of expanding into many different areas, he focused on growing Facebook, making it the powerful platform it is today. To put this into action, take a close look at your schedule and commitments. What are you saying yes to that's draining your time or energy? Start saying no to things that don't contribute to your priorities. Be mindful of what you commit to and only say yes to the opportunities that align with your long-term goals. Takeaway number 4, let go of perfectionism. Perfectionism can be paralyzing. The pursuit of perfection often leads to procrastination and missed opportunities. Instead of striving for perfection, aim for progress. Accept that mistakes and imperfections are part of growth and learning. Once you let go of the need to be perfect, you'll free yourself to take risks and make meaningful progress. Real life example A. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. He didn't aim for perfection. He focused on making progress and learning from each failure. Real life example B. Michael Jordan, considered the greatest basketball player ever, was cut from his high school team. He used his imperfections and setbacks as fuel to work harder and become the best. To put this into action, start by setting realistic goals and embracing the idea of good enough instead of perfect. Take action even if it's not flawless. Focus on making progress and learning along the way, and watch how your confidence and results improve. Takeaway number 5, embrace pain and failure. Pain and failure are unavoidable parts of life. Instead of trying to avoid them, we should embrace them as opportunities for growth. Every challenge, setback, or failure teaches us valuable lessons that ultimately make us stronger. By reframing failure as a necessary step on the path to success, we begin to see it not as something to fear, but as something to learn from. Real life example A. Elon Musk has faced numerous failures with SpaceX and Tesla, from rocket explosions to production delays. Instead of giving up, he learns from each failure, adapts, and keeps pushing forward. Real life example B. J.K. Rowling faced rejection from 12 publishers before Harry Potter was accepted. Her perseverance through the rejections and failures eventually led her to global success, proving that failure can be a stepping stone to greatness. To put this into action, start shifting your perspective on failure. When things don't go as planned, instead of feeling defeated, ask yourself what lessons can be learned from the experience. Embrace the discomfort and use it as motivation to improve and keep moving forward. Takeaway number 6, the importance of saying no. Saying no is a powerful tool for protecting your time, energy, and focus. Too often we say yes to things because we feel obligated or fear missing out. But every time we say yes to something, we are essentially saying no to something else. To make room for what truly matters, we must learn to set boundaries and say no when necessary. Real life example A. Warren Buffett says that the key to his success is his ability to say no. He avoids distractions and only says yes to the few things that align with his long-term goals. Real life example B. Richard Branson, founder of Virgin Group, has learned to say no to opportunities that don't fit within his personal values or vision for the future of his companies. By saying no to distractions, he has been able to focus on what's important and grow his empire. To put this into action, practice saying no in situations where it's necessary. Start by identifying where you're overcommitting yourself and set clear boundaries. When you say no to things that don't align with your priorities, you make more space for the things that truly matter. Takeaway number 7, you are always choosing. In life, we are constantly making choices, even when it feels like we have no control. The key to empowerment is recognizing that no matter the situation, we have the ability to choose how we respond. Our reactions, mindset, and decisions shape our reality. By taking responsibility for the choices we make, we take control of our lives. Real life example A. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor, chose to find meaning and purpose even in the direst circumstances. Despite facing unimaginable suffering, he maintained control over his response to it, which ultimately led him to a fulfilling life. Real life example B. Tony Robbins, a renowned life coach, teaches that no matter where you are, you always have the power to choose how you react, Whether faced with challenges or opportunities, it's your choice how you handle them. To put this into action, start taking responsibility for your choices, no matter how small they seem. Recognize the power you have to choose your reactions. The next time you face a challenge, pause and ask yourself, what is the best response I can choose in this situation? Takeaway number 8, rejection is the price of admission. Rejection is an inevitable part of life, and it's something we must all face if we want to grow. Instead of fearing rejection, we should embrace it as a necessary step toward achieving our goals. Every rejection is a chance to learn, adapt, and improve. Real life example A, Michael Jordan was famously cut from his high school basketball team, but he used that rejection as motivation to work harder, eventually becoming one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Real life example B, Steve Jobs faced rejection from Apple, the very company he founded, but instead of quitting, he returned to revolutionize the company with products like the iPhone, showing how rejection can lead to greater success. To put this into action, change your perspective on rejection. See it as a valuable part of the journey, not as a failure. The next time you face rejection, ask yourself what you can learn from the experience and how you can use it to improve. Rejection isn't the end, it's just the beginning of the next step. Takeaway number 9, you are not special. One of the most freeing realizations is understanding that you are not special. This doesn't mean you don't have value. It simply means that we all face struggles and hardships. When we stop seeing ourselves as exceptional or entitled, we can begin to take responsibility for our lives and embrace the reality that everyone has challenges to overcome. Real life example A, Bill Gates, despite his incredible success, started out as just another young entrepreneur. He didn't view himself as special. He saw himself as someone with the determination to work hard and learn, like many others who became successful. Real life example B, the reality of Kobe Bryant's rise to success wasn't that he was born with more talent than anyone else. It was that he consistently worked harder than anyone, putting in countless hours of practice and focusing on improvement. To put this into action, let go of the idea that you're entitled to success because of how special you are. Focus instead on what you can do to improve. Work hard, learn from mistakes, and keep pushing forward just like everyone else who has succeeded. Takeaway number 10, the death of the ego. Our ego often drives us to seek validation, approval, and comfort. It can make us feel entitled and prevent us from seeing the reality of our situation. The key to personal growth is to let go of the ego. Accept that you don't need constant validation and that true success comes from humility, honesty, and growth. Real life example A, Steve Jobs' journey showed that letting go of the ego and focusing on the bigger picture of innovation allowed him to revolutionize the tech industry. His willingness to step aside for others' ideas and to focus on what truly mattered made him a visionary. Real life example B, the Dalai Lama has spoken about the importance of letting go of ego in order to find peace and fulfillment. His humble approach to life and leadership has made him a respected figure worldwide, showing that ego holds us back from true happiness. To put this into action, start becoming aware of when your ego is driving your actions. When you feel the urge to seek approval or recognition, pause and ask yourself if it's necessary. Focus on what truly matters, your goals, your growth, and the people you impact. Let go of the need for validation and embrace humility. So, we've covered the 10 key takeaways from The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck that can help you live a more focused and meaningful life. To recap, we discussed how to choose what to care about, embrace responsibility, and stop trying to be perfect. We learned the importance of handling rejection, taking control of our choices, and letting go of the ego to achieve true success. What's next? It's time to put these principles into action. Start by identifying one takeaway that you can apply to your life today, whether it's learning to say no, embracing failure as part of the journey, or shifting your mindset around success. Take the first step now. Remember, small changes lead to big transformations over time. I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you're going to start doing differently after watching this video? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. How will you stop caring about the things that don't matter and start focusing on what really counts? If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more practical advice to help you live your best life. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Keep focusing on what truly matters and start living with intention.